So I prepped her for it. Okay, here we go. Facebook Live has started. You guys, okay, let's talk about this here. You guys get to choose a prize winner today. I don't know how you're, maybe we'll do two. We'll do two today. You guys can each pick a number. And look at this. I'm going to give you guys prizes too because we just ordered some new West Valley masks.
Ooh.
Prizes. So we're going to include those in the prize bags as well. So, okay, how exciting. Welcome, everybody. Today is Wednesday, November 4th. I still can't believe we're already in November. And today we have two special guests. We have Jack Helmrichs, and I'm pointing that way because that's where Jack is on my computer, and Grace Veenstra, who are students here at West Valley. And our topic of today is clubs. I'm so excited about this. Okay, first of all, let's talk a little bit. Jack, tell me more. What grade are you in at West Valley? What do you miss the most about West Valley? Maybe that'll be my question for you. Okay, Jack, go.
Okay, so I am a senior at West Valley, and I think what I miss most is seeing all my friends in person and talking to my teachers before and after class.
Oh, me too. Oh, I'm right there with you. Okay, Grace, tell us a little bit. What grade are you in here at West Valley? I know the answer to that, so I was trying to phrase it right. And what do you miss most about West Valley?
Well, I'm also a senior, and I gotta go with Jack. I also miss my friends. I miss like seeing people in person because I have not been out in like 7 months. So
You know,
yeah.
a month ago when my husband told me that we'd been doing this for 6 months, I was incredulous. I was like, 6 months? But we've been doing this for 6 months? Like, oh my gosh, that's just crazy. There's a phrase that I used to say that you didn't fully understand kind of until you maybe, had kids of your own or when you get older, right? Like when you're young, it seems like the years go by so slow. The days are long, but the days are long, but the years are short, right? I feel like this experience has only amplified that for everybody, right? Like 6 months, like the days are so long, but you're like, oh my gosh, it's already been 6 months. Like, how is that possible? But anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about today. We're here to talk about, in the circumstances that we have, how can we make the best of it? And one thing that I think makes West Valley so special is that we work really hard to make sure that we have something for everybody. Whatever your interest is, whatever you're passionate about, we try to have something for everybody. So you two are here today to tell us about some of the clubs that we have here and that we're keeping going at West Valley. So Jack, what do you like to do in all your spare time, and what club are you involved with that we're here to talk about today?
I do a lot of things in my spare time, most of them relating to art stuff. But my two clubs that I'm doing this year are Model UN, which I think Grace is going to talk about, and then GSA, Gender and Sexuality Alliance, is going to be starting up, which I'm really excited about. So I'm leading that endeavor. So we'll be talking about different, I guess you could say, letters of the acronym of LGBT plus, and kind of just educating people. I would love to get back out into the community, at least virtually, with presentations like we did last year, and in health classes as well.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I would say education has been like so impactful from your group that GSA has done presentations for staff here at West Valley, for staff around the district. And, I think just helping staff process through things and learn how to, acknowledge that we, may not get it right every time, but we're always trying to do better. And yeah, the health class presentations too, those are always so impactful too and awesome. So that is great. I'm so excited about this, and we certainly can work on how to start doing in this new virtual world presentations about that. Okay, now Grace, tell us a little bit more about what you like to do in your spare time or working on right now.
Well, like I'm an artsy person, so I like drawing. But I mean, the main club that I'm involved with, like both this year and last year, was Model UN. And yeah, I mean, I guess it's global diplomacy. So like, we emulate the actual UN. Like we talk about like past and present, like issues of global concern. I know in springtime we kind of did we talked about the pandemic, and we kind of looked at like this 1918 Spanish flu. And I mean, we just kind of like, we looked at it, saw how like people, like they reacted to it. And we do these things like these mock conferences, which are basically where we try to, like we take an issue or something and we try to figure out what ways to solve it. Um, so I mean, like it's like you emulate countries and then you try to act as countries trying to tackling this issue. It's pretty interesting. Really interesting. I like it.
Yeah. And, you know, Miss DeMario and I talked yesterday in the morning meeting, and as a former global studies teacher too, I think model, and the UN stands for United Nations. I think Model UN does such a great job of helping you take those different perspectives that are so important, right? Like, I think that for me, that's what was most important as a social studies teacher, is how do we place ourselves in other people's shoes? How do we take those different perspectives? Because everything that happens, and I think this relates back to GSA too, like everything that happens, if we can take a more like empathetic, other people's perspective view of things, it really can change how we look at the world. And I think that is so important. Now, a couple other things. So Model UN is doing a pandemic pantry drive right now. Yes, tell us more about that.
So Pandemic Pantry, it's the name that we're calling our current food drive. So, and I have a script for this. So
oh, good. Okay.
But basically it's a food drive. It's going on right now, and like please consider bringing in like items that we could use for like snacks, dinner, food, breakfast, lunch, all of this. And there are currently shopping carts placed outside West Valley to collect items. And we'll be packing all this food up into boxes for pickup, which we can contain, and this is stuff that you can drop off, like boxed noodles, spaghetti sauces, peanut butter, lunch bread, lunch meat, pancake mix, granola bars, applesauce, crackers, canned fruit, canned veggies, cup of noodles. So non-perishables, what you can put in your pantry.
Yes, hence the name pantry.
That's the name, yes. And I mean, in 2019, there was like close to 750 million, or like 1 in 10 people in the world were exposed to severe levels of food insecurity, and like an estimated 2 billion people did not have regular access to safe and nutritious food. And COVID-19 has only perpetuated this. So, like the food drive aims to like help the local community members who are food insecure, and it's also representative of the UN sustainability goal, zero hunger.
Awesome. Okay. Now, and Jack, GSA is just starting, right? So tell us more about when you're meeting, how kids can access that. Give us more details about that.
Okay, so our first meeting is going to be tomorrow at 1:45 after school. We have a Google Classroom, which I suppose I could put the join code for that in the chat.
I will put it in the chat because I have it right here, so you can keep talking.
You did. Yeah, so we'll just be talking about, what do we want this club to look like, for individual people, what do they want out of this? We'll see if there's a couple games we can play. I'm brainstorming all of that. And yeah, see where we'll be heading this year.
Awesome. Okay, and when does Model UN meet, Grace? Is it Tuesdays? No.
Yes, Model UN meets Tuesdays at 1:45, and I'll also be putting the Google Classroom code for Model UN in the chat.
Okay, awesome. And Mr. Bledsoe just told me today that Radio Drama Club is going to start up, and it is going to meet on Wednesdays from noon to lunch, also doing some cool drama clothes stuff. So I'm going to put that in there as well. And here's what I'm going to do. I was just thinking about this. I am going to today add to my to-do list a special newsletter just to students. I'm going to include the link to this video so that they can watch it. And then I will also include all of these different meeting times for clubs, because I think we keep getting more and more. I know Mr. Kennedy said, I think Pokemon Club is going to start coming back soon. And then the other pitch I'm going to say to you two and then to everybody else is Yearbook needs your photos. Yearbook needs photos. So photos of the clubs, of the Zoom screens, of the things that you do. You could do a photo challenge. you and your workspace and your class, your, whatever it is during your remote learning. Yearbook is looking for photos. So there's also an easy link where you can submit photos online for Yearbook. So I will be sure to include that link for that as well. Okay, anything else, you two, that I missed that we want to talk about today? Did I miss anything?
I don't know.
I can't think of anything either, but you each get to pick a number. So a number between 1 and 11. You each get to pick a number. 2 prizes.
7-11.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you both picked 11. Okay.
I said 7.
7.
7 and 11.
That's really funny that you guys picked 7 and 11 for 7. I love it. Okay, so I will email number 7 and number 11, and then you two, I'm going to put a prize together with a new mask and some other stuff, since you were being so brave to come join us on this meeting, and you can come pick those up anytime here at West Valley. And same thing for dropping off food. I think we pulled the shopping carts in because it was a little cold, but we're here from 7:15 till 7:15 till 3:30. You can come drop off food. Is that what we said, Grace? What were the times?
Yeah, about like while school is open.
Okay.
But yeah, the shopping carts. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
so you can come drop off stuff.
Bring as much as you can. Tell your friends. Tell your teachers. Put an announcement in your classes in the class. I mean, yeah, just it's not like there's a lot of people who can't, like, because we all know it's kind of a bit of economic hectic right now. So there's people who can't get good access to food, and for those of us who can, it's like citizen responsibility to kind of either like provide either just like to make use of what we have. So
absolutely, because we're all connected, and that's one of the best parts of the Fairbanks community, is that we're such a tight-knit community. Okay, all right, well, thank you two for joining me. You guys have a great day getting caught up or meeting with teachers or just working on stuff, and we'll see everybody tomorrow. Miss Grubus, who's going to talk about another club, Sources of Strength and Signs of Suicide, which we called SOS Squared. They're working on a big project for everybody, so we're going to talk about that club tomorrow. So have a great day, and we'll see everybody tomorrow. Bye.
Bye. Have a good day.
bye.